Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to What You Want, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the a.lange Sohne Grand Lange 1 luminous. You can see this 41.9mm white gold Grand Lange 1 on our website, whatyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, What You Want Inc. And if you want to see the product listing for this watch, please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of this video. On my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that this watch wears like the original Lange 1, only more so. Compared to that 38mm case, this one's 41.9 is neither oversized nor undersized, but right-sized. It has a 50mm lug-to-lug span, so it has modern wrist presence, but being only 10.5mm thick, it wears flat enough to fit under any tight sleeve or dress cuff. You can see the generously domed bezel, allowing any kind of sleeve to get a running start up and over that case. Now, debuted in 2003, the Grand Lange 1 took the original 38 and just raised the game. Approximately 4mm, it transformed the character of the watch. Somewhere between a dress watch and a sports watch, that look is enhanced even more by the same year's debut of luminous dials, which you can see here in a dramatic green on black treatment. Now, the elements that are loomed are the alpha hands for the power reserve scale at 3 o'clock and the hours and minutes at 9 o'clock, as well as the indices and the Roman numerals of the hour and minute scale. Now, the watch has the classic layout of the Lange 1. The elements that allow you to tell time and discern the power reserve are loomed. Unlike the later luminous, the date itself does not glow, and the pusher at approximately 10:30 adjusts the panorama datum, another a.lange Sohne signature. Everything is beautifully calibrated, and the contrast is outstanding, whether in low light, no light, or direct light. And of course, the text at 6 o'clock, Doppelfederhaus, teases what you're going to see on the case back, arguably even more brilliant than the luminous dial itself. Doppelfederhaus, twin mainspring barrels, and they give you 72 hours of power reserve in this Lange caliber. What you're looking at is the a.lange Sohne caliber 9012. Now, it features an incredible 53 joules, and it's rendered entirely in what's known as German silver, or a combination of nickel and copper. Now, it's untreated, whereas Swiss movements typically are brass with a silvered rhodium finish to protect from corrosion. Here, the alloy is both anti-magnetic and corrosion resistant, so you see the bare metal and that gorgeous golden tone of the copper within. It features a 3/4 style bridge, much like the original 19th century a.lange Sohne pocket watches, and much of the modern, reborn, post-Soviet a.lange Sohne really pays reference and homage to those historic watches in both style and engineering. You can see the Joules, for aesthetic purposes and historic purposes, set in golden chatons, each one fixed in with blued screws. Historically, this was done for individual maintenance of the Joules. Today, it's done as a loving gesture to the past. Just as the hand-engraved balance cock beneath a black polished swan's neck regulator is an element of artisanal virtuosity. It's there because it's beautiful, because it's hard to do, and because it pays homage, once again, to the past. Each balance cock is beautifully engraved with individual marks that can be traced to the artisan who engraved the individual component. And Lange does sell a book that will show you which marks are distinctive of which artisans, and there's only about half a dozen of them at any given time. Now, the watch does feature the 3-day power reserve. It does feature hacking seconds, so when you pull the crown, you stop the balance, which beats at 3 Hz or 21,600 vibrations per hour. You can synchronize the seconds register precisely to a reference timer, and while the watch doesn't have a traditional quickset, once again, the pusher at the upper left-hand corner of the dial is used to cycle the panorama datum, and it's a wonderful piece to employ precisely because it has the same positive engagement and tactile feel of the datagraph's pushers. You get a little bit of the pleasure of a Lange chronograph simply by having the double date. Now, moreover, the movement is beautifully finished in every traditional sense. Black polish on swan's neck regulator, as well as the cock of the escape wheel. You can see the cover of the escape wheel cock is black polished. The watch also features beautiful traditional heat-oxidized blued screws, and while the bridges feature few edges, those that are there are finished to a beautiful mirrored anglage. It's distinctly German, it's distinctly glasshutte, it's uniquely Lange. Just as the dial itself is iconic of its manufacture, so is the look of the movement. But this example, visible day or night, sets itself apart from the vast majority of the Lange dress watches, which go into blackout mode when the sun falls. This one's ready to party as late as you are. You can see it and you can buy it on our website, watchyoumont.com.